And we're live in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, motherfuckers. This is No Handle number 9. We got your boy KC, Bones, Vito, of course, and we got our boy Quam Dog Mills representing from the rut.
Yes,
How
sir.
you doing, my brother?
Yes, sir. I'm good. I'm glad I'm
You
here.
doing good?
Yeah, it feels good to be here, finally.
Yeah,
welcome to the show,
yeah.
baby. Welcome to the
Hope
show.
you enjoy it. Glad to have you.
Thank you, boys.
Sorry for the viewers. We don't have much sports to talk about because everybody obviously knows it's all canceled. Recently, the UFC 249 has just been canceled. We'll get into that a bit, but I was really excited for that whole card, and now look what happens. We got nothing coming up. So let's start with the NBA because at least something's happened in the NBA. Our horse competition. What are you boys feeling about the horse competition? You like it or nah?
Yeah,
Let's start off with you, Quam.
I definitely like it. Yeah, I like it a lot. I think it's a great idea, and I like the fact that they're like, I'm never gonna be pro this side like over anything, but like, I like the fact that they're involving the women because they said no dunking, so like the fact that like they can show their skills, like they have the skills to play basketball, so they can show other things than dunking, like shooting. If they're better at shooting, you'll see this in this competition. So I think
facts. I mean, like Zach LaVine is in the contest, so if dunks were allowed, he would just dominate kids.
Yeah. What do you
like?
think?
I don't think anybody else could compare to that.
Nah,
what about you? What about you, Bones?
No, I love it too, dude. I love it. I forget who it was. It might have been Trey Young or somebody's like, yeah, Zach LaVine, you can't dunk. It's not fair, which makes sense. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I think that Trey Young's going to take it. Shoot half-court shots. Nobody's going to be able to hit that shit. He does it on a regular basis.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of a cheat
Vito?
code, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with Kenny as far as like who might win. I mean, I do like CP3 as well. I think it's a toss-up between one of them. But back to like what Kwame said with like having like women in there. I do like that. It's obviously a switch of pace. Obviously, it would be more high profile if it was all NBA players. But I understand it. Everyone's gonna watch it anyway because it's the only thing going on. So why not, get some women in there and kind of mix it up. So I do like that little change of pace there. So it's gonna be fun to watch. Give us something to watch. Maybe even bet on. Maybe DraftKings will have some sort of special for that. But yeah, just really excited to get some sort of sports going on.
I tried checking. Sorry, Kyle. I tried checking to
No,
see
you're
if there were odds. There's no odds yet. I'm way ahead of you, buddy.
Yeah, but what's
there
on
better
top
be
of
some
what?
fucking odds, bro.
April. It's like next weekend.
Yeah, I don't know if they came out yet. I didn't see it yet.
Maybe they'll come up with something, but I'm hoping.
Yeah, me too.
Dude, first of all, if we can bet, I am throwing heavy money on CP3, baby. I'm telling you, he's going to come out with he's going to have crazy shit planned. Like Trey Young might feel a little pressure just because, I don't know, like a lot of eyes on him. He's still a rookie, but I think CP3 is just going to be having fun with it. And
Trey Young is
if
not
I could bet,
my guy.
Or sorry, sophomore season.
Get the facts straight, kid.
He plays like a rookie.
Right? The thing is, I think that it like could go either way, and you think Trey Young, obviously, because he's like one of the best shooters, but like it's creativity in this competition. It's not just the shot. Like if he shoots from half court, he can't shoot that shot again. Like
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Watch out.
That's why I think CP3 is gonna take. Like I feel like he's gonna have some cool shit.
I think Paul Pierce could make some stuff happen, possibly. Honestly,
I like how they
Let's see
put
if he's
some
washed up or
retired
not.
players up in there.
Yeah,
You guys are leaving
you
out.
don't lose the shot. Like the shot
Yeah.
there. Like if you're sitting still, just shooting a shot, like you still have that. Like he'll still
It's
have
true.
You're leaving out
Who we
old
leaving
dad
out?
Chauncey Billups, bro. Can't count him out.
Yeah, bro. The
I can't
fucking
believe he's even
analyst
doing
himself.
it, bro. He's been out of
I like
it
that
for a while.
I like that.
He's a killer analyst too. He kills it. But
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
the only thing I will say about it, like I'm hyped for this competition, but like I wish it was more of the high profile players. Like why couldn't we get Steph Curry in the contest? Like why couldn't we have fucking James Harden? But I mean, we'll take anything we could get. So I'm really not complaining. But it would have been cool if we had.
Remy has a good question for
players.
us.
I'm sure
go
it's
around.
because of like the injury too, because Curry is recovering from that injury. So He might.
Yeah, he'll probably even if he wanted to be featured, he would probably sit out.
Who would you want to
So there
see
you
in the
go.
competition that is not featured from our boy, our correspondent in Chicago, Remington Safapur? So my answer to that would be Steph Curry and James Harden. Like I just said, I would love to see those two in it. Who else would you guys want to see?
I think Curry is a huge one because he's very creative with the shots he makes. So you see the tunnel shots, like
he'd be shooting full court shots.
and
Awesome.
you could put like a finals matchup of him and Curry versus Trey Young, and they would show that Curry is so much better than Trey Young.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Any last comments, boys? Before we move on?
No, I don't think so.
Nah? Oh, you good, Vito? You good?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. Okay, boys. So in the midst of this crisis, we all need sports back. When do you guys think the return date of the NBA is going to be? Best guess. Kwam, what are you thinking, boy?
I'm thinking it's very much up in the air because I think they're discussing it every single day, and they announced today that the players are going to get full pay for this full entire season. So that being said, I think that they're going to rush to it because they don't want to be paying players when they're not playing, obviously. So it could be. So for my job personally, they said that May 19th, they're going to be reevaluating if we can go back to work. So I'm thinking May, they're gonna take a serious push to try to see if they can go back, and it depends if we decrease this development of the coronavirus. But I'm thinking May, June, they're gonna be having serious pushes because if not, then they have to put the season off. Like you can't just have it string on to the next season and then
it screws up the whole schedule.
Yeah.
That's like what we kind of talked
deadline.
about that in one of our other podcasts. Like, are they going to have to move back the start of the NBA next season if, let's say, we don't start until August or September? Then, because I know they actually had plans like before any of this even happened to maybe reschedule or like schedule the NBA season to begin around Christmas time, like regularly. So if this did happen where they'd have to start like around football season, like September or something, I feel like that would be a real possibility that they could end up doing. Bones and Vito, what do you guys think? Around when?
Go with Bones.
Bones? I can't hear Vito right now.
I think that it's going to come back like how Kwame was saying. I think they're going to reevaluate it in May, obviously. I think more realistically, it's June. But also with the MLB, I know the UFC got canceled, and we'll go into that a little bit more. But if they start playing baseball games in Arizona, there's really, a big push for the NBA then to, want to start getting their season back up. They're playing indoors, and if there's no fans at MLB games, there's gonna be no fans at the NBA games either. So I think that if the MLB makes a push and they're successful, I think the NBA is gonna try to move quicker with that also.
Okay, I like that. Vito, how about you?
Can you hear me or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think the target date for the NBA, I mean, there's definitely a threshold that they need to meet for, some sort of deadline because like Kwame said, they can't keep pushing it back and then start it out of nowhere. It's going to conflict with next season, with training and preseason and all that. So I think they need to start it by June. If they could start it sometime around then, I think they'll be okay. They could squeeze maybe not the rest of the season in, but at least maybe like 20 games of the regular season more, and then maybe kick it off with the playoffs, or even maybe just start with the playoffs. Who knows? Because these are difficult times, and maybe you just need to cut the rest of the season out. But either way, I think they need to start it around June to kind of get this whole entire season in and playoffs and crown a champion.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. What do you guys think? Do you think it would do you think the NBA is worried about having to have their playoffs during the NFL season, just given how popular the NFL is compared to these other sports? What are your thoughts on that? Anybody?
I'm thinking no, because these leagues go on they're big leagues and for a reason, and I think they can coexist at the same time. But it would take some fans from their league and put them in the other ones, but I don't think they're worried about that because at this point it's just 1 year and then they go on and move on to do what they're doing. So I think they're more concerned about finishing their seasons and what they're going to do for the next season and how it's going to affect the players, how it's going to affect like all the fans, because there's a number of reasons, just like I think Bobby said in the chat. It's affecting legacies for people. The fact, like that one, the way that the seasons are ending, and so this is serious for sports, and I don't know how we're gonna move forward, but like a lot of people are getting affected by this, and they're gonna have to find some kind of solution.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, like I don't see how it would be that much of an issue because you don't have to hold the NBA playoff games on that same Sunday. Like most football games take place on Sunday anyway, so you could don't have any basketball games on Sunday if it's going on during the NFL season, and I don't see how it would be that big of an issue.
But they might have to though, because they're trying to get as many games in as possible. So I mean, even if if it does conflict with some NFL games, so be it. But I mean, they gotta start getting games in. That's really their number one priority. So as far as conflicting other sports, I don't think it's too big of a deal. They just got to get it in and crown a champion. That's it.
Yeah, I think also with the whole issue that's going on, yeah, like you said, Kyle, football's on Sunday, so I don't really see it affecting that a lot. And baseball this season is so long. I know it's going to get cut shorter this year, but nobody really cares about baseball until after the All-Star break. That's really when it's crunch time with that. I got a question for you guys though. So if if playoffs do come back and they're going right into the playoffs, or if they give like a week or two before that, do you do something for like the 8, 9, and 10 seeds in the West and the East to compete? I know the East is kind of more situated, but the West, like the Pelicans, Memphis, those teams, do you try to do like maybe like a few games where they can play out for that 8th spot, or do you just let it go and let it ride into the playoffs?
I'll send it to Kwam for this.
Okay, so I'm thinking if you cut the season and you're going straight into playoffs, I think every team makes the playoffs and you just do 1 through 16 and just do 1 versus the 16, because I think that's the best way to make it fair. Maybe they're not going to win that game, but they weren't going to make the playoffs in the first place. So it's even for the teams that were on the line to play a team that's closer to them. So I think that's the best option if they're going to do it that way. But I'm not sure if that's the case.
You're saying 1 out of 16? You're saying like 1 out of 16, like the people who aren't going to be in the playoffs, right?
Everyone that's in the league will be in the playoffs, and it will be the 1 versus the 16.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Yeah, I mean,
that'd be like our own
team
March
gets
Madness,
knocked, and then the whole league will be in uproar about it, just because of these different rules. But
because they could win that game, you could say too, and it's a lot more games for the 1. It'd be a bigger test, but that's something you have to do when it comes down to the fact that so many games were erased because of Corona.
Yeah, exactly. And like what Bobby said,
Bobby makes
a lot of what if.
Yeah, he makes a good point. Because it might actually be good for LeBron's legacy, because like if he was going to lose this year and they ended up not playing, be like, well, the Lakers had the best record in the West, so maybe they probably would have won.
That's one option, but I believe that LeBron's a ticking clock at this point, so every year that goes by, he's losing. He's not winning at any point.
And speaking of that, that brings us right into our next section. LeBron fucking James. I really just wanted to put this in so I could hear Kwame just torch LeBron. And I don't agree with everything he's going to say, but let's give him some FaceTime here. What do you think about LeBron James? Where does he stand among the greatest basketball players of all time? And where can he get to by the end of his career?
I got some notes on this one. I'm saying off talent alone, like God-given gifts, you could say for a debate that he's number 2 or lower. But if we're talking legacy and what he's actually done in the league, I think he gets downgraded pretty significantly. So if you're gonna talk about the GOAT, let's say I'll talk about things LeBron has done. Losing in the finals 5 times, playing with all-time talents in their primes, losing to the Dallas Mavericks, switching teams whenever he's not happy with the roster for the next year. And then I'll give you a scenario that I thought that this was just the epitome of LeBron. Excluding LeBron, let's say you have your top 5 basketball players, and tell me what they would do in this scenario. So it's 2018 Finals, Game 1, and 8 seconds are left in the game. LeBron's at the top of the key with the ball, so that's where you want. End of the game, the best player on the court, you would say, has the ball in his hands. And can you guys tell me who's guarding him? Do any of you know?
KD.
Steph Curry, yes.
Oh, okay. Steph was?
Steph Curry. So 6'3", 190 guard versus a 6'9", 250 small forward. That's probably what you want in that scenario, correct? And LeBron passes it to George Hill. And George Hill goes up for a layup, gets fouled, splits the free throws, and they go to overtime and they lose the game 1. And that ended up, they lost the series. So if any
wait, real quick. Was that when J.R. Smith just got the rebound off the free throw and didn't know what to do? Yes. How are you going to blame LeBron for that, bro?
Because LeBron,
J.R. Smith was smoking weed right before the show. He's fucking ripping pens.
Yeah, they should have won that game, bro.
Right before the game.
LeBron could have ended the game. He had Curry on him.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He gave him to the open man. What else do you expect from him?
It wasn't open if he got fouled.
Are one of you two going to defend LeBron, or is it going to have to be all me?
No, I'm definitely defending LeBron. I don't have the concrete facts to back him up, but he is one of the best all time. It's him, Kobe, MJ. There's no doubt about it. You could really talk up a game for all 3 of them. Obviously, most of them are going to be about MJ being the GOAT, which is totally understandable. He's 6 for 6. But, I mean, LeBron's been to, 9 consecutive NBA Finals in a row. All right, he's won 3 of them. But, I mean, he put the team basically on his back when he was in Cleveland, getting to those finals, minus Kyrie. Obviously, Kyrie with the big shot, in Game 7. But, I mean, LeBron is just a beast. You look at numbers, he's ranked almost top 10 in NBA history in points, rebounds, and assists. Like, no other player can say they've done that. And I mean, he's still going to play in the league for at least another 2-3 years. So the best all time, yes, he's right there in the conversation, no doubt. 4-time MVP as well. And every time he won the championship, he won the NBA Finals MVP. So clearly he's the best player when he does bring his team to the NBA and wins it. So that's it.
Okay. I like that. Look at it, baby. Bam.
Let's go.
But yeah, like Kwam, let me just get some clarification here. Where do you think LeBron sits among best basketball players of all time? If you had to give him a number ranking, where does he sit?
Okay, so that's kind of what I was getting into. If you're just talking like skills, like basketball skills, it's different than if you're talking about all the things he's gifted. So he's played with Kyrie, he's played with AD, he's played with Bosh, he's played with Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade is a top 5, let's say.
Kevin Love.
On the
Kevin
low.
Love too.
Yeah, Kevin Love. But let's say like
you can't count AD, all right? Relax. You can't count AD.
Let's say Dwayne Wade on the low level is a top 5 shooting guard of all time, even though he's probably top 3.
He's top 3. He's definitely top 3.
So that's filthy already. And then let's say AD is a top 5 power forward.
You can't even count AD. They don't even go to the playoffs at AD.
Count AD.
Yeah, bro, this season didn't even happen yet.
Yeah, it's not even.
I mean, okay, I'm just saying his catalog. Like he tries to like make it blamed on his team, but he's played with filthy players.
And I will say, the reason they won that NBA Finals was because of Kyrie Irving in Game 5. If it wasn't for Kyrie Irving in Game 5 dropping 45 points, and he literally made
won the game.
I think 6 consecutive shots in the fourth quarter, like final final 8 minutes of the fourth quarter or whatever. If it wasn't for Kyrie Irving, they wouldn't have won that finals. And that's why I realized why Kyrie Irving wanted to leave and not play with LeBron. But because everybody just gives fucking LeBron all the credit. And I mean, yeah, Kyrie's been blowing up
Well, what
lately,
do you mean?
like
Didn't
in a
LeBron
bad way.
James drop 41?
45
also?
that game too, or
Didn't he win the
41
game?
that game.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
but
That's
But
what
I'm just
at the end of the day.
yeah, like who's gonna hit
You can
that
drop
shot at the
whatever
end
you
of the
want. You
game?
didn't win the game.
That's not.
You lost.
Let me
they won. They won that finals,
yeah,
but
let
it
me
had a
make
lot
this
to do with
clear.
Kyrie.
Game.
me make
All
this
right, let's go to Bones for a minute.
After all this time, I've really, really narrowed this down, and Michael Jordan is by far the GOAT. LeBron is not going to catch Michael Jordan no matter what he does. His stats, yes, he's up there in the stats, but Jordan won 6 championships and LeBron won 3, and you guys nailed it already. Without Kyrie's shot and without Ray Allen's shot, his legacy is beat. It's burnt. It's terrible. Even after switching, to the Heat and going on a stacked team like that. He also went through a non-competitive East year after year after year. That East was piss poor when he went through every single year. I personally think that if LeBron was going to be into consideration with MJ going through a weak East and only having to play one team in the West every year in the finals, really one series, he should have at least 6 chips by now, easily. Michael Jordan left basketball to go play minor league baseball and then came back to the NBA and still kicked the shit and piss out of everybody by far, easily. So I think LeBron should have better stats, as in championships and that caliber, close to MJ. And to be honest with you, if it's coming down the last shot besides Michael Jordan, I'm taking, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant every single time over LeBron James with a clutch shot. As we said, Ray Allen saved him. Kyrie saved him. He can't even score over Steph Curry. He's dishing to fucking George Remy? George Hill, I think's his name.
Hill.
In my opinion, honestly, it's MJ by far. And then you can go into consideration with Kobe and with LeBron. But yeah, that's my take. I think LeBron should have more than what he does right now.
I like that.
But let's acknowledge it doesn't all come down to the final like that's not what makes a great basketball player, just if you could hit the final shot.
No.
That's a big point. That's a big part of it.
You're telling me right now.
No, but listen to me. Give me a second. Listen to me.
Kobe's hitting every shot he takes every single time.
Listen to me.
Every time.
Listen to me.
Preach.
If LeBron James, that might be part of the reason why he doesn't have all those championships, because he can't hit those final shots himself. But that's not the type of player that he is. That's not what makes him great. What makes him great is his physicality and taking it to the rim. Like, yeah, he'll hit threes. He'll hit some threes, some jump shots, but it's mostly about his physicality, taking it to the rim. Like just how Zion Williamson is young guns coming in. Yeah, and his knowledge for the game and his passing ability.
Let me ask you one question.
The best passer in the NBA.
Let me ask you a question.
What's up?
Is LeBron not the best player in the NBA right now?
No.
Do you think, Kyle, do you think LeBron's the best player in the NBA right now?
I don't know.
Okay. I thought you were going to say yes, but I was going to say if you're the best player on your team and you're the best player considered in the world, you should be able to hit a game-winning shot. Hands down, period. That's it.
Well,
every single superstar. Well, then he's
not like he doesn't hit game winners.
Yeah, he does hit game winners, just not.
Bro,
that's just
if
not
Kyrie,
what he's
we
known
said
for.
this,
Like
if Kyrie
Kobe.
doesn't hit that shot, they lose in the finals to the Warriors. Who the fuck knows what happens to LeBron then? Who knows, dude? Kyrie's
Right, but LeBron didn't block Iguodala. They're not winning that game.
Listen, when Katie,
dude, LeBron's defense at the end of that game was also incredible. Like you have to hand it to him. They wouldn't have won if he didn't block that
play. You can
what
go
I'm
tick
saying
and
is,
tap.
though, is Kobe would hit the game-winning shot. KD's going to take the game-winning shot and hit it. Kawhi Leonard proved it last year against the Sixers. Hit the game-winning shot. LeBron
that was a lucky shot.
They still hit it, and they won the chip.
Yeah, you can
LeBron
call
just
one game. LeBron hit multiple game-winning shots in the playoffs. Like, what are you talking about? What's your argument?
My argument, do you not know? Do you not listen, you sewer rat? Do you not fucking listen to what I'm saying the entire time? What I'm saying is LeBron. LeBron is.
You're saying LeBron doesn't hit game-winning shots in the playoffs? Then
I'm saying without Ray Allen,
right now.
Without Ray Allen, without Kyrie Irving, LeBron's legacy would be even more
One
shit
ring.
than it is right now.
One
He'd
ring.
have one ring. That's it.
That's just not true, though.
That's
not true.
How is it not true?
Not true.
Polish makes a good point. He still hit it though. So LeBron got that ring.
All right, so I want to bring up the people that get not acknowledged when we're talking about the GOAT conversation. So Kareem, why is Kareem not above LeBron? 6 rings. Magic, why is Magic not over LeBron? 5 rings. Shaq, one of the most dominant center of all time, 4 rings. Kobe, 5 rings. We know Kobe. And then Larry Bird, 3 rings, which is exactly the same as LeBron, but like,
because rings doesn't mean everything. It means a decent amount, big portion.
But like, tell me why Kareem is an all-time stat breaker. Like, so like, why is he not acknowledged over LeBron? Why is LeBron over Kareem? What is the reason exactly?
Publicity is big, no doubt.
It's because of his off the court impact.
So that's no conversation in this.
It does have an effect. You can't be the GOAT of something and not have an impact off the floor.
That has nothing to do with your skill playing basketball, is what I'm saying.
But you were making the discrepancy before about skill and what he was given. Like, it's not all about skill. It's also about the things around you, what you do off the. And like, I get it. Like, there are a lot of players that do a lot of shit off the court or off the field in any sport that aren't great. But especially when you have someone like that caliber, like LeBron James, and he's also like doing all these things off the court and making a huge difference around the world. Everybody around the world knows who LeBron James is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, compared to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I guarantee, like, and it might just be because of the new age where there's social media and more like ways to know about players if you're not around it all the time. But LeBron's impact just goes greater than just his skill in basketball. So I feel like that has to elevate him at least a little bit, no?
Yeah. Can we highlight Eddie's message?
Oh, yeah. Right here, baby.
So,
Kareem was playing with dudes that worked on the railroad before they suited up.
So my opinion on that is you can't knock a person during their generation because their players were worse. Because it's more to the person that they were better during that generation than it is that the people that were worse. Because
how many shoes does Kareem have? Huh? How many?
Like, if you think about it, the fact that he was dominant in that generation means that he was the absolute best, and no single person that was born in that generation was possible of touching what he was doing because they would have been in the same place. Like, so like that.
Yeah, but the level of competition was so different too. You got to
why is the competition lower when he was better? If he was in the same generation that we're in now, he would have raised his elevation of his competition. You don't think that?
Yeah, so he would have had worse stats.
He would have been better, is what I'm saying.
You think he would have been better now?
People say Jordan played for shit players. If Jordan was in this league, he would have stepped up his game. It's the work ethic. It's not they're working based on the people that they're around. They're not working just to work. Like,
yeah, that's a good point.
Based off other people. They are above the other people that they were playing against. They were training to be above the people that they were playing against.
All right, boys, let's roll with this real quick. Who is the best player in the NBA right now? Around the horn, real quick reason why you think so. Starting with Bones.
I'm going to go with Kawhi, dude. LeBron's fizzling out. Like Kwami said earlier, he's still putting out. He had a great year this year up to this point. I know the season.
Yeah, it's one of his best years. How is he fizzling out?
Because, dude, how much longer is he going to be able to do this for? Is my thing.
Until he retires.
Kawhi,
he's one of the best. That's why.
Kawhi, in my opinion, is just clutch, dude. Like, he plays just as good defense, if not better. He can pass the ball very well. He hits every shot he takes, dude. It's like ridiculous. And I'd rather take Kawhi Leonard hitting the game winner over LeBron any day of the week. I'll take Kawhi. So in my opinion, I'm going with Kawhi right now as the best overall player in the league.
Okay, Vito.
I'm going with Giannis Antetokounmpo because he just takes over games. No one can guard the man. He could literally get in the paint whenever the hell he wants and score at will. So Giannis, just because he could literally just take over games. Simple.
Okay, Kwam.
My opinion is Kevin Durant. I think he's still such a filthy player. Like, I think the Achilles injuries won't get him down because his game wasn't focused around athleticism. It was shooting. He's a lights out shooter. So I think I'm gonna go with KD.
Yeah, I was hoping you weren't going to say KD because a lot of people forget about the man just because he didn't play this year. And that is a cold motherfucker in KD. I mean, I don't care what team he's on. If he's on that team, they're going far in the playoffs. Like, and especially if you put Kyrie Irving in the mix, who they're both good friends. Yeah. I'm really excited for next season to watch the Brooklyn Nets. And I'm going with KD too. I think he is the best player. Giannis, I think, will be the best player, but not right now. And I mean, yeah, Hollis makes a good point. Like, Kevin isn't playing, but he's still the best player in the league, in my opinion. The guy, and I even said this like 2 years ago when LeBron was playing against him. You know, I still thought Kevin Durant was better after he beat him twice in the finals. But yeah, you guys. So do you guys agree with that or nah? What about KD?
The only reason KD's got cold blood is because he's a little snake. That's why.
Do you guys hate the fact that he went to the Warriors after he lost? The only reason I hate it is because he lost to them when they were up 3-1, and then they ended up losing in the Western Conference Finals. Like, dude, you had him. You had him on the ropes, bro. And then you joined the team?
You fucking blew it, yeah.
The thing is, if you look at these takes about it, it kind of makes sense. Like, the Warriors were never his rival.
I got Giannis right now.
They ever lost was to that one time in the playoffs 3-1. Like, that was never their rival. So him joining them wasn't that big of a deal.
Okay, what is keeping James Harden out of our top? Because the man cannot win games that in big moments. He can't step up. When was the last time you guys seen James Harden hit a big shot in the playoffs? Anybody got an answer for that? Exactly. So let's move on. All right. We've been talking a lot about the NBA. Oh, actually, before we move on, I want to bring this up. Because right now, even if you guys don't think LeBron James is the best player in the NBA or one of the best of all time, he is the face of the NBA right now. I don't think that's debatable. So when LeBron retires, who is going to be the next player to take the reins and become the next face of the NBA? Let's start with Vito.
I think it's Steph Curry. He already has the publicity. He has the fan base behind him. He's going over to China every single summer and doing his camps over there. So he's building up a fan base that way. So, and I mean, the guy is just incredible to watch. He does things that a lot of people can't do. And I think he is going to be around a long time. He already has his rings. He already has MVPs. I think it's got to be Steph to be the face of the league.
That is facts, though, Bobby. And yeah, I like that. Steph's definitely in that conversation. Let's go to Bones.
If you're going face of the league, not yet, but I think within the next year or two, it's going to be Zion. Just the way that he's come out of college and he's just going to rack out making money with Nike. He's going to be following the same footsteps as LeBron when LeBron leaves. So I'm going to go with Zion. Not yet, obviously, but I give it a year or two for publicity. But the face of the NBA, I think, is going to be Giannis. He's not going to obviously get the publicity. He's not going to be that big figure, but he's the next, the next LeBron, the next big thing of the NBA.
Wait, did you not just say the same thing twice? Yeah.
No, dude, I said Zion.
He's
is
like the face
the
of the NBA is going to be Zion, and then the face of the NBA is going to be Giannis.
No, Zion's going to be the face, like the public figure, but Giannis isn't going to get that attention, but he's going to be the best player in the league, yes.
Okay. So you think Zion more with the publicity off the court type shit, and then Giannis with actual playability? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, kid. That's what I just said.
I think, just real quick, I think it's to be like the face of sports, like whatever sport you want to pick. I feel like you have to like win championships. Like you have to associate yourself with a winning team, have the numbers to back it up, and have the fan base behind you to really put yourself above everyone else and say you're the name of the face of the NBA.
Are you saying just
that's just my personal opinion?
But are you saying all sports and each sport respectively, or just NBA?
maybe just the NBA, because MLB you can make exceptions with like Mike Trout,
Well, that's what I was going to say to you. I was going to say Mike
Arenado.
Trout is in the same situation where he hasn't
Don't
won
even
anything.
Baseball's
fucking bring up
different.
Mike Trout.
Baseball's
you
different.
Idiot.
Baseball's totally
These
different.
fucking kids think that Mike Trout is the best player to ever play baseball.
We
oh
never
my
said
God,
that.
I can't even. Yeah,
Yeah,
you did.
Nah.
That's not what we
Kenny
said.
said it. Dean,
he's
you
a
didn't
top.
say it. Kenny said it in the
He's a
group
top.
chat the other
He's
day.
a top.
He said it.
He's
He
a
said
top player. He will be a
We're
top
gonna get
player.
to that when the MLB gets around. But oh my God, that pisses me off so fucking much.
Kyle, you
All
can't
right,
even
Kwam.
name. Kyle can't even name 5 baseball teams, so I don't want to hear shit from that kid.
Okay, yeah, you idiot. Come on, let's go, Kwam. What's up?
So personally, I think I'll give credit to LeBron on this one. I think that being the face of the league, like that alone, I'm not going to say skill or anything else, but I think LeBron carried that. He was the face of the league for many years. I don't think anyone's going to be the face of the league like that for a while. So I had a list of people that I think could possibly be the next face, but it's not going to be like that. And so I have Kawhi, obviously, who has been carrying Zion, who in his first year has been amazing. It's been a pleasure to watch. John Morant, who's like on the younger side, but he looks really good. Giannis, obviously, who is an athletic talent, but he needs to learn how to shoot. Luka is amazing. Luka is so good at basketball, and that's someone that can definitely take it. And then Zach LaVine, which I was like surprised. He's 25, so he can slam like crazy, and he's honing the skills. I'm a Bulls fan, obviously, and he's on my team, but he's honing the skills that I think are the recipe to be in that conversation later on in his career.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that the face of the NBA has more than just like it means a lot more than just basketball skill. So for me, I think once LeBron retires, I think it'll be Kevin Durant for a couple years, for however many years he plays. But then I do think it's going to be Zion who takes over at the end of the day. Giannis, I do believe, is the best player besides Kevin Durant right now, and I think he's going to end up being the best player in the league. But I don't know if he's going to bring it off the court the way that these other people have, so, especially like how LeBron James did. Like he's all over the place. He's all over the world. Everybody knows who that man is. And I think Zion Williamson could be one of the next people to be in that caliber. But I'm going to give it to Kevin Durant once LeBron retires, if that's in the next 2 years, like after the next 2 seasons. Any last comments on that, boys?
I like your comment.
Yeah.
All right, right here. I want to talk about this because I never even really thought about it that much. This is still NBA. It's our last NBA topic. Do you guys think that the NBA lottery is rigged in any way? I'm not saying like an obvious rigging, but do you think there is some strings that get pulled in some particular manner that affect the outcome of the lottery? I'm going to start with you, Bones. What you feeling?
I don't know. I don't think you could say it's really rigged, but I know Bobby's not going to want to hear this, but I think last year, I mean, the Knicks really kind of deserved to get that number 1 spot in the draft. I mean, in the lottery, they were tanking the second half of the season, thinking that they really had a good chance on getting Zion, and it backfired on them. So I don't want to say that it's rigged, but and at the end of the day, there might be some stuff behind the scenes that do affect, who's getting that number 1 spot in the lottery.
Okay. Vito, how about you?
I think the lottery is just stupid in general. I think if you're the worst team in the league, you should be getting the number 1 pick and trickle down the list there. But I mean, I guess it gives something people to watch. It's something different that other sports don't do. But do I think it's rigged? No, I don't think like the commissioner's pulling some strings, puppeteer it. He's not pulling any strings there, but I don't think there's any foul play involved. I just think it's a stupid concept, though, in my opinion.
All right. Here, Kwam, before you go, I just want to read. I should have read this first. But just some instances where it seemed like the draft was rigged that I wrote down here. So in 2003, LeBron James, a local hero at Akron, Ohio. Obviously, the Cavs get the first pick in the lottery, and they draft him, hometown hero. The Bulls, the same thing happened with Derrick Rose, hometown hero from Chicago, and then he gets drafted there. The Cavs got the number 1 pick in 2011 after LeBron left for Miami. So like it's just like once he left, like they ended up getting the first round pick. And then this one is actually really interesting because this was found out to be like they did rig it in some way. In 1985, the first year the lottery was ever used, the Knicks drafted Patrick Ewing because they won the draft.
Yeah.
And so apparently there's a video of this. And in like the box, there's like a bunch of envelopes in the box. And the commissioner literally back then picked out of the box and chose which team like from that point. And it was clear on video that one of the envelopes had a bend on the corner. So it was like bent on the corner. And you could clearly see David Stern, the commissioner, picking that up. And it was the Knicks. And obviously like a New York or an LA team is one of the higher market teams. So like that's why he would have went to the Knicks. So in my personal opinion, back then it might have been rigged, but I don't think it's rigged anymore. Kwam, what do you got to say?
Yeah, I don't think it's rigged. And even going back to that case that you brought up, there's a lot of opportunity for him to mess that up. Let's say if they wanted the Knicks to get the first pick, they could have made every single envelope in that case the Knicks. Like they wouldn't have to bend the envelope just for him to grab the bet one. But responding to what Dean said also, let's say if the worst team got the best pick, then you would just want to tank. And that's why the NBA does it the way they do it. Like they don't want a team to tank just to get the first pick. So like I think it makes
exactly.
I think it makes some kind of sense for them to have a randomness to it. Because even if you're tanking, you're not getting the first pick. Like
because then at least teams are still playing. Like because they know like it's still a lottery. So like I don't have to just lose games on purpose to guarantee that I get Zion Williamson. You know what I mean? So I kind of like the fact that they have it. I just wish the percentages should be more favored to the loser team. Like even because it's what is it 30% for the first for the worst?
I think it's
team?
like 16.
I don't think it should be favored because there should.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think in the comments? Let me know. Do you guys think that they should like? I feel like the percentages are too low, and I'm sure Bobby agrees with this. Like the Knicks should have had fucking Zion Williamson because they were terrible. Like they should have got that pick. It would have been awesome to have him in New York. But I mean, I wish someone knew these percentages. Are you looking it up, Dean?
Yeah, looks like it's well, they changed it. Hold on.
They changed it. Kwam, you're muted right now. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, I think my fan's making noise.
Oh, okay. Keeps muting himself.
Yeah, it looks like 14%.
Yeah.
This is 2019
14%
lottery.
for the first.
New York Knicks, Cleveland, and Phoenix both had 14%. I don't know if their records were the same. It doesn't say the records. But yeah, 14% for the bottom 3 teams.
Yeah, dude, that's like nothing. Like, I mean, if you're the worst team, you should have a better shot than that. I mean, that's just my opinion, but yeah, Kwame got lucky on that one. Is that what's making all the noise on your end? The Motorola Razr you got? All right, boys. Let's move on. We talked about the NBA enough. So let's get into the MLB. We got the recent rule changes due to the COVID-19 virus. What are your guys' thoughts on how that could affect the game? We're going to focus on Bones and Vito for this one. What do you guys think? Let's start with Bones.
Well, I don't know why Arizona.
Can you give us a rundown of the rules real quick too? Sorry.
Yeah. So I don't know why they're choosing Arizona, but they're trying to choose, I don't know, anywhere from like 10 to 15 facilities for all the MLB teams to play. The rules that they had on ESPN were an electronic strike zone to allow umpire to maintain distance from the batter and catcher. There's no mound visits from the catcher or pitching coach. 7 inning doubleheaders to allow for more games. Regular use of on-field microphones by players, like we saw in the preseason so far. Players sitting 6 feet apart in empty stands. So no dugouts. They're going to be separated in the stands, and expanded rosters. So that's like the new wave of what they're trying to do with the MLB. Um, Basically, these players are going to be going there for 3 to 4 months and playing nonstop in quarantine. So, for instance, I heard on ESPN that Mike Trout is, he's going to be, his wife's due for a baby in about 2 months. So they're saying, are these players really going to stay to play baseball in Arizona during this quarantine when they have a lot going on in their personal lives? Family members with health issues, risking their own health going out there. So there's a lot of questions, but this is what the MLB is striving to do and implement in May if possible. So, like I said earlier, if the MLB starts this and is successful, I don't see why the NBA wouldn't be right behind them.
Okay. Good response. How about you, Vito?
I will first off, I think the MLB is one of the top, like out of the top four sports. I think the MLB is the easiest to do this. I mean, these rules are pretty simple. 7 inning games and double headers, to try to fit more games in. Sure, that takes a lot on a player and, especially bullpens and pitching staffs. Coaches and managers have to adjust to that. But, this could definitely be done. Electronic strike zones, which, has been a talk adding to the MLB for years now. So it's nice that they're maybe thinking about implementing that to not have a, home plate umpire behind the plate, by the batter and the catcher. But Kenny brings up a pretty solid point too, with Mike Trout having kids. Maybe some of these people's households can't take their 3-month leave or whatever. There's different scenarios for each player, but at the end of the day, it's not their choice. It's MLB's, so they're going to make that decision based on what's best for the MLB. So the players just have to suck that up and kind of roll with that. But I think the MLB can get this done. The rules aren't anything too crazy, kind of really affecting the game. And I think this could definitely work to try to get a full season in 162 games.
Okay. So I got a question for you guys regarding the new changes. Do you think that the electronic strike zone could become a standard? Maybe in the future, at least, because I'm sure that people are going to like the fact that if it's a strike, it's actually a strike because it's an electronic strike zone. So do you think that could be like one thing that would stick through the MLB throughout, Bones?
Yeah, you beat me to it. I was going to bring that up if you didn't. I think that with this coronavirus, I think that there's going to be changes in sports now for the future. And one is that the electronic strike zone. I think that the MLB should have had that for a while now. The whole sport of the game is really to have, human umpires that makes it, fun and makes the game. You're on your toes at all times. You don't know what's going to happen. But when it comes to the strike zone, that electronic strike zone should have been implemented 3 or 4 years ago, in my opinion. You have replay now where you can see if it's a clear home run, if it's a foul ball, if it's a fair ball. They have the replay in there. So they should have implemented the electronic strike zone, in my opinion, for at least a few years now.
Yeah, honestly, it's like we have the technology to do it right. So why not do it right? And I'm sure for a lot of baseball fans, they say, hey, it's the integrity of the game. That's how we've been doing it for the past 100-something years. Like, this is what baseball is. And I get that. But if you're going to do it, you might as well do it right. And we can assure that we're going to get real strikes called strikes and balls called balls. So I don't see why there would be an issue with anybody doing it, because at some point in the future, it's going to happen regardless. That's my personal take. Any final comments, Vito?
Just one point to kind of bring up about the electric strike zone. So, one big part of the game and what brings a lot of viewers in actually is arguments with the manager and the home plate umpire. putting in that electric strike zone in there is going to basically take that away from the game entirely. Because how is a manager going to argue with an electronic strike zone? So that whole aspect of the game will be completely gone, which I think. I mean, that's one of the best parts about baseball is seeing these managers go off. I mean, you could think about all the classic, brawls that happen just because of a call, and obviously managers freaking out. So, losing that aspect is definitely affecting the integrity of what baseball is all about and what it's always been, being America's pastime. So there's different factors that go into that electric strike zone. I do like it. Maybe they do something where they have a home plate umpire. They have an electric strike zone as well. Umpire makes the first judgment. If a coach or manager wants to challenge that, they can. X amount of challenges per game, let's say, to challenge a strike and ball. So maybe not a full strike zone, but maybe work the way up to that.
That's a good point.
I just want to say two things real quick. One, I like that, Dean, how you can challenge it if you want. You've seen a lot of games at the end, really come down to
facts.
to that umpire that makes or breaks the game on a corner call of the strike zone of the corner of the plate. So, I mean, you see in the past Joe West taking away a perfect game from a pitcher because you don't have instant replay at first base, and now you have that, and you see how successful that's been. So I would like to see it at least implemented, try it out in the preseason, which I think they have in the past, but go back to that. Another thing that the MLB is talking about is, pitchers getting Tommy John surgery and players getting surgeries just across the league now with the coronavirus. They're kind of saying that, they're trying to see maybe if these players should be getting surgeries or if they should lay off on the surgeries because of the amount of cases and the amount of people that are flowing into these hospitals and, making the attention more on the coronavirus patients instead of the MLB players. So that's something that I've also heard. I think that the players are still going to get the surgeries. It's not going to stop them, but that's just another topic to keep in the back of your mind that that's, been discussed throughout the league so far.
Okay. So any last comments on this, boys, before we move on? Because we're going to get into the MLB more in depth once it gets closer to the season, but I mean, there's not much to talk about at this moment. Kwam, you got any comments about that? What do you think?
Yeah, I just think it's interesting that I don't know. It's taking over the league for sure, and you never know how they're going to deal with these situations. But like, let's say the strike is like a millimeter over the line, like. Should they be calling that a strike or not a strike? Like, how do you deal with situations where it's like so close? Would you want a camera to be the one that decides? It's like any sport you go to, like you don't want it decided like
there'll be so many different judgment calls. The ball was halfway in the strike zone, halfway out. Why are you calling that a strike?
But at the end of the day, it's the right call.
It's the right call, but I think if it's that case where it's 1 centimeter over, it should be given inside rather than outside.
Baseball, like Kwame said, baseball is more tedious than football, essentially, with that strike zone. Like football, you need the sideline, you need that replay. If he does touch the blade of grass, he's either in bounds or out of bounds. I get where Kwame's coming from, though. The entire game where you're going to be going with inches and centimeters throughout the entire game, you either got to go all in or you got to be all out with that electronic strike zone.
Yeah. I'll just say, like, to conclude that I think it's a good idea. Like, why not have it so it's right? Like, I'm sick of why put human error into the equation when you don't need to have it? It just doesn't.
I told you, Kyle. I told you why.
You made a good point. You made a good point, and I get it. It's for the integrity of the game. But it's like, at the end of the day, sooner or later, it's gonna happen. So you might as well just fucking do it now. All right. Yeah. So we discussed this a little bit at the intro of the whole thing, but UFC 249 has sadly been canceled. We were anticipating Tony Ferguson and Justin Gaethje, and then also another championship fight with Oh, wait, the girl that actually pulled out was because 2 of her family members died. Rose Namajunas. I apologize if I said that wrong, but she pulled out of the card right before it got canceled because 2 of her family members died from COVID-19. Sadly, rest in peace. But let me just explain. Dana White received a call from a high-level ESPN executive that was at Disney because Disney owns ESPN and owns ESPN Plus. Dana White got a call from him, and pretty much he told him he highly recommended that he cancel it. And I think Dana just kind of took that to heart and was like, God damn, fuck it. I guess we're gonna have to cancel. They were planning on almost having it on an island too, but I guess all that got a private island, but I guess all that is shot too. And that's what Dana White, he said this hours before he told the media that it was canceled. So I don't understand what happened in that time, but I'm sure that phone call with the ESPN exec had to have been serious, even though he's acting like it wasn't as serious as it sounds. But it was supposed to happen in Tachi Palace in California before he said it also could be on an island. And this place was an Indian reservation. So like the laws wouldn't apply there. But I guess just the governor of California talked to one of the execs in ESPN. The ESPN exec called Dana White, and now we don't have a fight. And also, I didn't even mention we were going to have Francis Ngannou versus Jairzinho Rosenstrike as the final fight in a prelim match or in a prelim card. That's insane. The fact that we were going to have those 2 fighters, heavyweights, going at it. Oh, it's really sad that we got this canceled, but what else were you guys expecting? Any thoughts on this, boys? Kwam?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's the right choice just because this coronavirus isn't over with and it's going to continue to spread. So like any kind of athletic like competitions that go on is not for the best of the world. Yeah, we all wanted to see it and it would have been really fun and exciting to watch, especially because there's been no sports going on. But I think it's for the best.
Yeah, but real quick before Bones and Vito, couldn't there have been some sort of like you could just test the fighters before they go in the ring? Like I don't understand why this was so hard to get approved. Like so you don't have to have many people in one place at one time. They could desanitize it between every fight, and all you have to do is test 2 fighters each time, and everybody else,
more
the trainers.
but
listen, the trainers and the media people,
test the cleaning
they can wear
crew.
masks. They could wear masks and they could stay away from each other while it's going on.
That's not how the virus works.
It's not so. Yeah, it's not as simple as that.
You can still get it.
I mean, they're still doing a horse competition. Like, what do you guys think goes into that? It's the same shit. There's cameramen. There's people that got to clean. There's all that same shit. So I don't understand why this has to be canceled. I'm really mad about it. I might just be biased because I'm pissed. I was so excited for this fight. Sorry, guys. Vito. What do you guys say?
Well, yeah, the only reason I'm like pissed that it's not happening is because yesterday Dana White was on Get Up. He was talking to Greeny. And basically what he said was he didn't give any details because nothing, I guess, was solidified yet. But Dana White basically said 100% this fight is going down. Obviously, something took a complete 180. Kyle, maybe with that phone call with the ESPN and Disney exec.
Yeah, Dean, it had to be with that phone call.
But yeah, he said literally 100% this fight is happening. And that's really, it got my hopes up, and that's really the only reason I'm pissed. It's smart to not have it, totally with it. But for Dana White to, go on air and say, it's definitely happening is a little fucked up. But what are you going to do?
Okay, Bones?
I applaud Dana White for trying to push for it. I think he really thought he was going to be able to do this. He would have had the spotlight of the UFC being basically the only main sport going on with that card. The amount of publicity he would have gotten in the UFC would have been crazy, like Kwame said, because it's the only sporting event that would have been on. It probably would have boosted the UFC even more, even though it has been more popular over the past few years. But in my opinion, he really was going to go for it. Like Dean said on Get Up, he wasn't saying anything. He wasn't giving any information. He was ready to go with these fights. And like you said, I guess that call really just set him back.
So real quick, this is a good idea right here. We got nothing else to bet on, boys. How about some of this? How about some of this action? I'll bring the fucking computer out back.
You got the
I'll start
gloves. You got the
streaming.
gloves at your
I'll
crib.
stream this shit. Yeah, I got no problem streaming that. No problem.
We got to test Kenny though.
Who you
Kenny
guys
will
got?
sketch.
Who you guys got in the comments? In the comments, Bones versus Vito. Who's taking it?
I got Dean, bro.
And also, what's the
That's all
line?
day.
The fuck, Quam? Don't start
I
that
got-
shit.
Kenny's been working out heavy, bro. You never know. I got the line. Dean favored -150 Vito.
Ew.
Just because Kenny's been working out, bro.
So the savings on it.
Actually, his gym memberships got canceled though. So what you been doing, kid? Have you
Don't
been
worry,
doing
that
those
shit at
500
home.
I'm
push-ups a
working,
day?
bro.
Shit, he's
I'm
been on
working.
conference
I'll see you
calls,
boys
he's
in
on his
Oh
paying
shit,
dials, he
Dean,
ain't
he's
working
losing
out.
it. He's
He ain't
losing
working
it.
out.
I ain't losing
He's
shit.
lo-
Let's go, Kaz.
Bones at
Let's go,
-140.
That's what I'm talking about,
Damn.
bud.
Who's this?
Let's go.
Who's this Cosmore guy? Get him out of here. What do you want him here?
Damn. Okay. Yeah. Yo, stay tuned. No handle. We're coming live from Chesney backyard. Bones versus Vito.
I'm like,
All right. But you guys got anything more to say about that before I move on?
Negative.
All right. So we're gonna go to Kwam on this. Give us the background and what happened with Anthony Smith and the home intruder, because this story was incredible and we have to talk about it.
no, this
It
is
was awesome.
This is a crazy video. He posted he got interviewed from ESPN for a 30-minute video talking about the home invasion. So basically the story is, I don't know how I want to go at it because a lot of stuff happened in this. But he wakes up during the night and some guy's screaming in his house, and he goes and he runs out, and the guy's just screaming, and so he hides his daughters in the side room, and his wife goes to like take them to the room, and this guy comes and sprints at him, and they get into an altercation. They start fighting. They're fighting on the ground. They're under his desk. And
Real quick. How did he get into the house? Did he just like walk through the door, or did he break a window or something?
What happened was, Anthony Smith talks about it. He says he left. So he was trying to cook something on the grill, and he opened the garage, and then he ended up moving to his front door and cooking it in the front door because he wanted to be able to check on it and then go back to his bed and then come back and check on the front door. He didn't want to go through the garage and like a farther distance. So he left the garage
Who
door.
does that?
Yeah, he left the garage door without like remembering that he did that. And he fell asleep, and the guy came straight through his garage. But the thing is, the guy, that wasn't the first house he entered. He entered his neighbor's house and was screaming in the neighbor's house and got in an altercation with the neighbor. And the neighbor didn't call the cops. He ended up just saying, "Get out of my house." And the guy immediately went to his house.
Real quick. Who the fuck doesn't call the cops if someone breaks into their house in the middle of the night?
So many
Who
questions.
is just like, he's
So
just
many
like,
questions.
yo, dude, that guy had to be selling drugs. There's no way that he wouldn't want cops to come to his house unless he was dealing heavy.
I think that's very weird. Especially
All right.
they live in an extremely nice neighborhood. Like everyone in the neighborhood is wealthy. And
Right, Kwam? Who the fuck?
no. So he comes. So Anthony Smith actually said he had a ring. He has a ring on his door, so he sees the footage. And the second that he stepped into his house, he started screaming. And Anthony Smith and his family wake up, and they come into the room, and then they get into altercation. He said he was giving him elbows, all combinations that like professional combinations, elbows to the face, like punching him. And this guy was at least 70 pounds less than him and was taking every single punch that he gave him and was staying up. So the conversation is that he was on some kind of drug that was like making him be able to take all these punches from a professional MMA fighter. But
Did he have a weapon, this guy?
so during the story, he asks him, "Do you have a weapon?" And the guy goes, "Yes, I have a weapon." But at the end of the day, he didn't. And so I think at the end of the day, he chose the best house possible because Anthony Smith is a type of person that will go physical combat and think that he can take the guy. But if you went into any other house where a person didn't think they can take the guy, he would have ended up being dead. I think he like a knife would have been, he would have got stabbed or something. But
I think that's a really good point, Kwam, because like I didn't even like initial reaction. I'm like, why would you break into a fighter's house?
Yeah.
But then thinking about it more, like what you said,
This guy's high.
let's say
as
you
shit.
break into some redneck's house or something, and he actually has a gun, like, and you start fighting him, he's gonna kill you.
Yeah,
exactly. And this guy, like, he's confident with his own fighting ability, obviously. So you're going into his house. He's like, oh, I just get to kick the shit out of this dude for fucking 5 minutes long, and he probably kind of enjoyed it a little bit.
but
maybe not. But
it's really crazy because Anthony Smith said that he was giving him everything he had. Like, you can take into account that, like, he just woke up, whatever, it's a surprise attack. But for an MMA fighter to give you everything he has and you just stay awake and stay alive is an insane thing.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. He's definitely high.
and the adrenaline pumping, like that's got to be like the most adrenaline you've ever had. Like, you wake up in your house.
Both of them were fighting for their lives. Both of them were fighting for their lives, and he stayed alive.
Yeah.
All right, Bones or Vito? Vito?
I mean, no, that story's fucking crazy. It raises a lot of questions, like, why is this guy cooking a fucking steak at night on his front porch? There's a lot of questions to be answered that simply we don't have the answer to. But yeah, that's a fucking crazy story.
Okay. Bones?
Bro, he's just grilling on his fucking property. What's the big fucking deal that it's on his front porch and not his back porch? So I don't know.
Who grills a steak at what? Like, this got to be late at night, no?
I don't got no timestamp, bro. I don't
The
fucking
man
know.
can do what he wants on
He
his
can do what he
property.
wants.
I guess, yeah. I mean,
Nah, it's just
sleep and grill up a steak, whatever.
It's just a crazy story. It really is nuts that that happened to him. And I honestly, I want to watch the video, Kwam. I didn't get to see it yet, so after this, I'm gonna watch it.
Just go watch.
Is it on his IG or something?
It's on
I found it.
ESPN on YouTube.
Okay.
All right. So moving on. I was going to announce that next week we were going to have our MMA expert on, John Scher, coming out of Florida, to really get in deep with these whole fights and like game picks and everything. But obviously that's not going to happen because it's canceled. So he will be with us in the future. Don't worry. I think there is still a shot that Khabib Tony could happen again, which if this did get canceled and that still ended up happening, then I wouldn't be as mad as I am now. But let's move on from the UFC. So, boys, leave it or believe it. Jason Tatum will be the next Kobe Bryant. I want to see it in the comments too, boys. Is there any shot that Jason Tatum will be the next Kobe Bryant? Let's start with Vito.
No, Chesney. No way. There's only one Kobe. There's only one Kobe Bean Bryant. One. That's it. No one can ever be Kobe. No matter how much game that Jason Tatum, has like Kobe, it's just can never be done. No.
Okay, Bones.
Hell fucking no, dude. No way. Dean nailed it. It's one Kobe Bryant. That's it. Tatum's trying to make his game around Kobe, but that doesn't mean that he's going to be anything close to Kobe.
Okay, let me just say real quick. Let's bring it to an on the floor, not off the court, because Kobe Bryant has done things off the court that nobody can match.
Not even on the court.
Okay,
no, I'm talking
you're
on the
still
court.
saying no.
I'm talking
okay,
about.
I just want to bring in that discrepancy. Kwam, how about you?
Yeah, if this take was a baby, I'd abort it right away.
Well put.
Okay.
I don't think Jason Tatum is in the same realm as Kobe.
It's not even close.
Bryant, like,
All right. Well,
when you think about Kobe Bryant, you think of a savage. Jason Tatum is not a savage. Like, yeah, he's played well like in his opening years, but like it's not good enough. Kobe came out of the gate
with that Mamba. That's it.
Mamba mentality.
Yeah, so like I don't want to disrespect Kobe like that because Jason Tatum, yeah, he's a good player. He has aspirating like talent and everything. But I don't think he'll touch it, to be honest. I think he could be a very good player, but I don't think he'll touch Kobe's legacy.
You're talking top 3 players ever.
Yeah,
All right. So I want to say, like, obviously, this is no shot at Kobe Bryant. Like, he's like, obviously, he is great in a way that nobody ever is going to be able to match what he's done off the basketball court, along with what he's done on the basketball court. I just want to open with saying that. But for the sake of argument, I'm going to believe it, boys. I'm believing it. Jason Tatum, listen to me right here. Jason Tatum compared to Kobe Bryant, their first 3 seasons. Listen to me. Their first 3 seasons. Kobe averaged 14 points, 3 rebounds,
Kobe came
and
off the
2.5
bench
assists.
his first season.
It's not my fault. I'm just reading stats. Jason Tatum, 17, 6, and 2.
Kyle,
how is that skewed? It's a fact.
Skewed.
It's not skewed.
Kyle, do me a favor.
In the minutes.
What?
Do me a favor. Go back to your screen real quick. Can you take off that Kobe poster behind your wall, please?
Right here?
Rip it down, dude.
You're fucking disrespecting
I
Kobe
literally
right now.
prefaced my whole conversation by saying this is no shot at Kobe Bryant. I think Jason Tatum is going to be great. That's all I'm saying. That's what it comes down to. Kwami, you didn't hear this, but what I mean, Jason Tatum averaging better numbers than Kobe did through his first 3 years.
Why does that?
You could probably say that about so many other players too.
Yeah,
Kobe played for 20 seasons, bro. He's only played for 3 seasons, Jason Tatum. So how are you going to say there's no chance that he could be the next Kobe Bryant?
Because like a career does not work like that. That's why. Because just because you started off hot doesn't mean you're going to end hot. And doesn't mean you're going to continue to do that. And especially
let's remember, these are outrageous statements on purpose, kid.
No, but
exactly.
But the team is the Celtics. Like, they're a stacked team. They're like a bunch of young talent, and he's the guy. If you're talking Kobe did not come out on a team that was like that. He's gonna have those numbers on that team. But when he moves on and when he continues to grow, he's not going to continue these numbers, in my opinion.
Okay. I mean,
I think
Jason Tatum might be one of the best players in the league in the upcoming years, like top 5.
I'm not a believer.
You're not a believer.
No,
all right.
I am.
We got it.
Under 25 years old players, I think he's top 5, no doubt.
This guy's a monster, man. Like, let's not.
Because I was looking at this actually before this.
Luka, Trey,
Giannis. You know Giannis
Zion. Is Giannis 25? How old is Giannis?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right.
Zach.
Well, Giannis number 1, man.
Ja.
Yeah, Ja.
Yeah.
He's probably number 5, Tatum. Maybe number 6.
Yeah, he's sneaking in there, maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
Next question, Ches.
Next question. Trey Young will be the next Steph Curry. Dean, you like Trey Young. What do you got to think about
I do
this?
like Trey Young. I'm a big Ice Trey guy. But to be the next Steph Curry means he's got to start winning some rings, which
and on the Hawks
Atlanta
doesn't look good.
They have a young core. They're in the East. Maybe they could fuck around in the East a little bit. But I don't know. That's totally up in the air. I mean, look at the Warriors, though. They kind of came out of nowhere, right? They got some draft picks. They did what they had to do in maybe a 2-year span with Curry, but that's a lot to say on the Hawks, front office, what they do in the offseason, who they start drafting. I mean, to be the next Steph Curry, you got to start winning rings and winning MVPs. I don't think Trey Young's really close to doing either of those. So as far as like in-game comparisons and what Trey does on the court, like Steph, I see similarities. To be the next Steph Curry, you got to win rings and MVPs. So I say no for that.
How old was Steph Curry when he won his first ring?
Probably pretty old.
He was a few years in the league.
28, 29. He was. I think it was 6 seasons before he won a ring. Maybe 27.
It's at least 5. It was at least 5.
Yeah. So, and let's not forget that the Warriors were trash when Steph Curry was drafted there. They were not good. They built up from the ground. And I'm not saying that the Hawks are going to be good, but you never know. You can't just
No, I
rule
mean,
him
yeah,
out.
I mean that's what I said. I mean, look, the Warriors came out of nowhere, right? I mean, who's to say that the Atlanta Hawks can? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not to say that, but is it likely? Probably not.
I mean, and also, you guys yelled at me for saying this before, but Trey Young's averaging better numbers than Steph Curry did through his first 2 years. So,
You
I
in these first 2 years.
just a little food for thought. Food for thought. Kwam, what do you think?
I think Steph Curry's come up as an anomaly. Like he wasn't that guy. Like he wasn't expected to do what he's doing. Like
Yeah.
I have a bunch of information about this. So Steph Curry right now is the best shooter of all time, and that's not up for debate. Like his numbers are the
Facts.
best. He's the best.
Yeah, that's facts.
Of all time. So I have some crazy stats about Steph Curry. He's the first player in NBA to record a 50-point game with fewer free throw attempts.
You're breaking up a little, Kwam. Hold on 1 second. One second. All right, try again.
He is the first player in NBA history to record a 50-point game with one or fewer free throw attempts. You get that? This one's also in February 2016, from 28 feet to 50 feet, he was 35 of 52, scoring more points from three than if you shot all 52 shots 100%. I'll say it again. In 2016 February, he was 28 of 50 from three, scoring more points from three than if you made all 52 shots. So you could score all the points he scored from three, and you wouldn't score of how many points he scored.
I'm having a little trouble understanding, but I think I got what you mean.
Yeah, it's hard to paint. And then the last one is he passed himself for number 2 in all made threes in a season in his 55th game.
Okay.
So he's filthy.
Let me just answer this question real quick. I would consider one of the worst players in the league, John Wall, because has he even played a game in the past 3 seasons, bro? I don't even know.
Maybe
I've never heard of the
seasons,
guy.
definitely not.
Since I started talking shit on this fucking man, he hasn't done a thing. He's gotten injured. He's gotten dropped. Bro, this kid is fucking trash. I don't want anything to do with John Wall. Bobby, that's why I burned your John Wall jersey that I fucking had in my closet. Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. Obviously, he's the worst player in the league. All right. Would you guys rather build a franchise around Zion Williamson or Jason Tatum?
Zion. I'm going with Zion.
All you guys, Zion?
Zion.
Still a lot of variables. You don't know much about him. You've only seen him in what?
I know Zion.
40,
don't worry.
40 games.
You don't know what I know about Zion.
Okay. You know more? Why don't you tell everyone then?
No. It's between me and Zion, all right?
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough. Yes, Bobby, I burned the fucking jersey because it's trash. I don't want that shit. I don't want that shit in my fucking closet. Are you kidding me?
I'm choosing Zion.
Yes, Zion.
Chesney, I'm guessing you're going with Tatum.
No, I'm going with Zion.
Smart man.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Zion's potential is just too great to pass up on. Even though we have a very small sample size, evaluating it, but
that's
I'll
what makes
go with Zion.
Me. The fact
that's what makes it better.
He came out hot. Zion came out crazy.
He did. As long as he stays healthy, man. That's all I'd be worried about if I had Zion as my guy.
He's a big guy.
All right, real quick, let's just touch on the NFL because a couple things happened today. Deshaun Watson requested a trade from the Texans, which is big news because I don't know if anybody else realized, but Bill O'Brien is a terrible GM. I don't know how he got that job. He's a slightly above average coach, and he should not be given the same reins as Bill Belichick has at the New England organization. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with the president of the Houston Texans, but Bill O'Brien, He's blowing it. You lost your best player. I mean, Deshaun Watson, you could argue, is their best player, but I think in wide receivers, like level compared to quarterback level, DeAndre Hopkins was higher. And what do? You trade him away because of a personal issue? Like, come on, bro. What do you guys got to say about that? Deshaun Watson wants a trade. Bones.
Yeah.
Good for him, man. He should get the fuck out of there. The New England Patriots, you're gonna see Deshaun Watson be their starting quarterback this year. He's one of the lower end paid quarterbacks.
Wow, really? Wait,
Yeah.
Is that a statement right there?
It's a statement.
I got that on
It's coming
record,
from
bro.
Bones. Keep that on record. Deshaun
I got
Watson
that on record, bro.
will be on the New England Patriots this
Please
year.
no.
It'll be their
Please no.
starting quarterback. Bill Belichick is going to snag him. He's one of the lower end paid quarterbacks in the league, so the Patriots can afford him. He's probably not going to look for a fortune, just trying to get the fuck out of the Texans with Bill O'Brien and that disaster that they just caused. I can see Bill Belichick going for Deshaun Watson, and I'm changing my opinion now in the AFC East. It's going to be the Patriots taking the division this year, not the Bills.
Okay. I mean, do you guys know, like, what kind of leverage does Deshaun Watson have in this moment? Like, if he just says he wants a trade, do they have to trade him? I don't think they do this season. Maybe next season they would have to.
I don't know the full extent because it just came out like a few hours ago, but Bill Belichick is going to be scheming something up for Deshaun Watson. Trust me.
Dude, if the Patriots get Deshaun Watson, I'm done. I'm done because they're going to run shit again if they get Deshaun Watson. That man is a clutch motherfucker. He wins big games. That's what he did at Clemson. That's what he tried to do at the Texans organization, but now he doesn't even have a shot because his number one wide receiver is out. But in other news, Brandon Cooks is now on the Texans, traded for a second-round pick. What do you guys think about that?
I think that's a pretty good pickup, honestly, because Texans are scrambling right now for a wide receiver. So, I mean, Brandon Cooks is a good wide receiver. If he could stop getting hit in the head, like Eddie said, I think he's a pretty reliable wide receiver with that speed. Take the top off of some defenses, but I think it's a good pickup. You got they also gave away a fourth rounder too. Or no, I'm sorry, they're getting a fourth rounder and also Brandon Cooks. So I think overall that's a great trade.
All right. I think over under on Brandon Cooks concussions, it's got to be at least 3, probably 2.5 or something.
I'll say 2.5. Put the line
and
at 2.5.
I'll take the over.
Yeah.
All right. So, boys, Dean, I hope you're ready because it's trivia time, baby. And I want people in the comments to answer on these fucking questions. Let's get the trivia cooking. Kwam, you ready? Everybody got their piece of the paper?
Yes.
Yes? All right, let's fucking
go.
No
cheating. You're going to hold up your answer, Kenny, right up to the screen, all right? No cheating this week.
Do I have to do paper?
Yeah.
What do you have?
All right, let me get some.
Ooh, let's fucking go, baby. We're cooking now.
I don't fuck
Are you
with this
smarter than
trivia
Bones?
game, dude.
I want to see it in the comments. Yeah, because you don't have a dub yet, kid. Why would you fuck with it?
Do you have a dub yet?
Yeah.
I thought Kaz beat you.
Oh, yeah, he did beat me.
Yeah, you ain't got no dub.
I got a dub over you. I got a dub over you. Yes, I do.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's fucking go, Vito. Question number 1.
So there's 5 questions, but one of them is a 2-parter. So technically 6 questions.
No Final Jeopardy for me? No one question wins it all?
Nah, you're beat, kid. You got to be consistent in this.
Let's go.
Question number 1, and it's a sports question for you, Ken. Who is the only NBA player to drop 50 points for 4 different teams? 10 seconds.
Wow.
4 different teams.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What do you guys got?
Hold them up. Dude.
I got no clue, bro.
I really don't even know. I didn't write anything down.
Will, Vince Carter, nothing, Ken?
I put Will.
No, I have no idea.
Jay Crossover.
Wow.
Really?
Well, that's a good question. Good question.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a good one, Dean. That is a good one.
That's a good one. I'll give you that one.
Damn.
All right. Next question. During this pandemic, there's been a shortage of toilet paper in the US. Other countries, though, they don't really have to worry about that because they use a device that shoots water right up their ass and around their asshole.
I
What's
don't know
that
how to
device
spell it.
called?
How do you spell it?
What's that device called?
Dude, I don't know how to spell it. I know what it is.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I forgot.
What do you guys got?
I got like Duvet or something.
A bidet?
Bidet, yeah, bidet.
Kwam, what do you? Nothing.
I knew what it was.
Wait.
Kenny, it's close.
It was cool.
I think you guys are really right. It's a bidet. BIDET. You guys are close now. You guys are close. I'm not gonna give you. I'm not gonna give you that one.
Kenny
But you guys were
Kenny,
close.
put up your answer again. What
I
the
said
fuck was
Duvet.
that?
I said Duvet. It's the same shit. Duvet. Same thing.
Some French shit.
Give us half.
Duvet.
Give us half. We get half. We'll get half points for that one.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't know how to
no.
fucking spell
I don't know how to
French
spell
shit,
it.
bro. Boudet. God damn it. That's what I wrote. All right.
No,
let's go,
it's
D.
even
Next
right
one.
now. Three-way
All right, next
tie,
one.
nothing.
So we all have one?
All right,
We all
this
have
is
none.
none. All right, this is a two-part question, basically. There's two answers to it. So Barry Sanders just dropped out of the presidential race. Wait.
Yeah, facts. That's
yeah,
my
you
point.
think? You have Chesney?
Yeah.
No, fuck that.
What was your
That's my
answer, Chesney?
point.
Say it again.
Boudet. That's what I put.
He didn't put
Bidet.
shit, dude.
Let me see.
I spelled it.
Let me see your
I
spelling.
spelled it Boudea. Sorry, I canceled it out. But
No,
bidet.
there's no proof, bro.
But that's how it sounds in French.
No, stop. He doesn't get
What?
credit
Because
for that, dude.
yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're
Thank
not
you.
wrong, actually. That's a
Let's
good point,
go.
Bobby and Kaz. Yeah. No, actually,
Yeah.
Kyle, you're right. We'll give you that
Yeah,
point.
you don't
Kyle's
pronounce
up.
the T. All right, let's go.
I don't think
Give
he
me
gets
that.
All
that.
right, there you go.
All right, let's go. Number 3.
All right. So Barry Sanders just dropped out of the presidential race, leaving two candidates left running. Who are they?
Wait. Sorry, say it again. I'm sorry, Dean. I was looking
So
at the comments.
Barry Sanders just dropped out, leaving two candidates left running for president. Who are they?
Fuck, I forget.
President of what?
Of the USA, my guy.
Oh, you said Barry Sanders, kid.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. I did say Barry Sanders.
Bernie, bro. I was like, what?
I'm like, what
Barry
the
Sanders.
president of the NFL Players Association? I was like, what is this talking about?
No, this is the easy one. Now.
All right, so
Kyle, go.
both of them.
Yes, they're both of them.
I don't know the other one.
Yeah, I don't either. But I said that's stupid.
Hold on.
All right, 5.
Hold on.
Wait.
3.
I got these two. I don't know.
Okay, I'm ready.
1. Let's see it. Okay, Kyle 1. Kwame 2.
Wait.
All right, 1. So Kwame's tied with Kyle right now with 2. Kenny's got 1.
Who was the second one?
Shit. I thought we were just talking like Democrats. No?
Who's the second one?
Obviously Trump. The fuck?
Joe Biden and Trump. There's only 2
Oh,
left running. That's it.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, Trump, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I was
only
like,
2.
damn, is Pete? I was like, is Buttigieg still in this shit? Like, that's what I was confused about. I thought you were talking about Democrats. Oh, damn, that's bullshit.
All right, question number 4. This
Number
is also
4,
a
baby.
two-parter. All right, how many planets are in the solar system?
Oh, fuck, dude. I don't know that shit.
And which
Come
planet
on.
is the biggest? I'll give you guys 15 seconds, 20 seconds.
Dude, this is so easy,
Dude,
Kenny. Are you
what?
fucking kidding me?
Dude, how am I supposed to
Total
know this
planets
shit?
and the
So
biggest one.
easy.
Kenny, you got something?
You
Write
didn't
something,
even
dude.
write an answer.
Write something.
Kenny's
Dude, I
got
don't
Mercury.
know.
Kenny's got Mercury, biggest planet. Pluto. Kenny's going Pluto. It's not even a. Ooh, I
Planet
can't say
Z?
that yet. Mm,
I don't fucking know.
All right.
come on, kids.
Kenny got 1. Kyle got 2.
Is it 8?
I
Fuck, I
can't see
doubled
yours,
it.
Quam. There you go. 2 for Quam. They're both tied.
I got both right.
Yeah.
No, we don't count Pluto. That
We don't
would have been
count
the
Pluto.
9th,
It's only
and
8,
it
not
was,
9.
and it was, but recently got got changed in the past. I think like 5 years ago, it got changed.
Yeah. Sorry, Jess. All right.
All right.
So right now,
go, baby.
KC and Quam tied at 4.
Let's go.
Bones with 2. Last question. Bones is kind of out of this, but it's still an NBA question.
Let's
We're making
You still get it right.
Let's
making
go.
exceptions.
Bones is out.
This is all to boost up your stats, kid. All right. All right. Quam and KC, though, is for the championship right here. Who has the most free throws in NBA history? Free throws made in NBA history.
I might be wrong.
Damn.
I'll gamble.
Kwame was
tough one,
quick with that draw, bro.
he knows.
Jesus.
I'll gamble. No, I'm switching actually.
Switch it. It's a
Dude,
tough
this
one.
is
It
tough.
is. Like, it's someone everyone should know, but maybe not think of right now.
I hope I don't get it wrong.
I don't know.
I hope my switch didn't fuck me. I'll try to show both.
Kyle, you good?
Yeah, I
Alright.
got no clue.
Hold
I'm
them up.
going with a long
Kobe.
shot. Dirk.
No.
Ah, no.
Who is it?
The postman, Karl Malone.
Wow.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, shit. All right, we need a tiebreaker though.
Let me
We
let me give
do
them the
need a
question.
tiebreaker.
Let me give them the question.
Mhm.
That's where I
Should we
come into play.
should we let Bones ask the question?
Yes, I'm gonna Google one right now.
Oh my God, here we go.
All right,
God.
Bean, you can answer this one too, buddy.
All right, it's not like it matters, but
Ready?
I'll answer it.
Ready? When
All right, kid.
did- Okay, ready? We're gonna go back in history because you guys want to fuck with me with history. So we're gonna go back in history a little bit.
Yeah.
Hold on, I don't have a pen, kid.
You know when you're ready.
Let me find one.
Kenny's gonna give the stupidest fucking question in the world. I'm telling you.
Fuck you guys.
If it's a date, it's got to be whoever's closest.
It is a date.
Okay, so it's like someone's gonna win regardless.
You guys should know this, and you know what? If you don't know it, I lose respect
know.
for all of you, like you would tell me. Okay, ready?
All right, let's go.
What year did the Civil War start?
I don't know, bro.
Is this Jeopardy? If you go over, you lose.
I mean, we're just gonna have to keep going.
Or
Kyle or Kwame, you
Price
guys-
is Right rules.
Civil War.
the closest one that gets it.
I
It's
don't
a
know.
guess, but
Yeah, no.
ready?
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Wait, can you see mine? Holy shit.
I can't see
I
qualms.
don't fucking know, dude.
I can't see qualms.
Kwame, go up. Go up.
Dean,
Go
what's
up.
yours?
No, I'm like on the wrong side.
Is that
Oh,
1900 for both of you?
1980.
1960.
Kyle's right.
1862.
It was 1861.
Ah,
Okay.
mother.
Oh, Chesney.
Bam, give me that. That's one dove right there, boy. Bam.
There you go.
Jeez.
All right. Okay, boys. So the trivia section is over. Now we're moving on. I want to give Kwame some spotlight right here because I'm sure this man's been listening to all kinds of music, and we know who we turn to. All the Skull Boys know what I'm talking about. Kwami Adadevoh on the music. What you got?
So you said best albums. Is that what I'm getting to first?
Yeah, let's talk about the best albums so far.
Okay, so 2020.
2020.
I ranked them. I got Uzi number 1. I mean, like,
No.
I don't want to give it to Uzi first, but like, it's Uzi, so you got to give it to Uzi first. Am I good? Am I good? Can you guys see me?
No.
Oh, I don't know what just happened.
It looks yellow on my screen.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Did you click something?
Nah,
Oh shit.
Let's see. All right, we can
it's
still
still
hear you,
yellow.
Kwame.
okay. Well, so I put Uzi first, and then I put Lil Baby, Don Toliver third, Party Next Door fourth, and then The Weeknd fifth.
Okay. Personally, I think the best album so far. This might be a little different, but A Boogie.
Oh, there
A
we go.
Boogie's album was fire.
I had A Boogie 6.
Fire.
I had A Boogie 6.
And also Roddy Ricch. I loved his album this year.
That's not 2020, but I'm a
I
huge Roddy fan.
I thought I thought Uzi's was all right, but I didn't like it that much.
Not the first part, but the Eternal Deluxe.
Oh, Eternal Take?
Yeah,
The
Deluxe.
Deluxe?
Deluxe, yeah, the Deluxe is crazy.
Okay. Boys, you got any albums you guys like?
I
got Lil Wayne's album number 1, and then A Boogie.
You can't do that. you can't.
Why?
Because
that's 2020.
The Wayne album doesn't bump like that. It doesn't.
What? Come on. Come on. Are you a Lil Wayne fan?
He hates Lil Wayne, bro.
No, I love Wayne. The album off the jump was lit, but after a couple
it's still
of
fire. I still bump it. It's definitely still fire.
After a couple of months, it dropped off real quick. No one plays that anymore.
Any other albums, boys? Kenny, any other albums? I know you like A Boogie shit.
Kenny, you give one album, bro.
I mean, you named all of them. Top 5.
Name your favorite.
A Boogie. I fucked with A Boogies.
A Boogie's your one?
I mean, I don't like Lil Uzi.
A Boogie's your number 1.
I mean, Lil Wayne's was good too. I like Wayne. I don't know, dude. It's tough.
A Boogie, boy. A Boogie's my number 1.
It's definitely not Uzi. It's definitely not Uzi. I'm gonna have to go with A Boogie. A Boogie or Wayne. One of those two.
Okay. I don't think Wayne's in the top 5, to be honest. I love Wayne.
Yeah, no.
Because Wayne.
You guys are nuts.
Wayne burned Drake. I'll give it to him for that. But I don't think that album is number 1. I don't.
Respect your elders, Kwam, all right?
I respect the fuck out of Wayne, bro. Like, that album did not sit. It didn't sit.
Damn.
All right. So we're getting into a new section. I want to start doing this section at least once a month. Let's get after it, baby. Kwami's Hot List. What you got, kid? What are the songs coming up?
Give us that gas.
Best songs right now.
Yeah, so I tried to look at this and like get some research, but I don't know what this means. What's the Hot List? What is it?
What do you mean? Your favorite songs right now? Your Hot List.
Okay, like I'll do open up my iTunes and I'll look at what's like my most played right now.
Let's go.
So like I got a lot of stuff that's like not released publicly. Like there's a lot of Drake leaks. Have you guys seen the Drake leaks?
Is there a site that we could all go to find these Drake leaks?
I mean, yeah, but can I provide for it for you right now? No.
Okay.
Keeping it for yourself?
So Juicy Slide, yeah. No? Juicy Slide,
yeah, that's easily up there.
A hot one for sure. Do the Most, Tory Lanez, that's a hot one. That's a hot one.
Do the Most?
That one's slapping.
Hold on, let me write this down.
Yeah, I'm writing these down too.
We can say Faith from After Hours, the Weeknd's album.
What was it?
Faith. That
Faith?
One. Faith.
Oh.
Little Uzi off the album. Let's see what my favorite one is. I'm thinking off the second part. Either Strawberry Pills or Yes Sirski. That's a good one with Young Thug. I mean with 21. Euphoria off Don Toliver with Travis Scott. That's just crazy. After Party, Don Toliver. Crazy.
Let's go. I love it.
Yeah. Dude, there's so many songs that I'm just like banging. Chicago Freestyle. Chicago Freestyle, you know.
Oh yeah, that fucking Eminem. That Eminem hook.
Crazy. That one is crazy. Drake is crazy for dropping.
That is sweet, bro.
Yeah. And
all right, Kwame. Oh yeah, give me one more. What were you gonna say?
I'll say so. These are all 2020. Little Baby commercial with Lil Uzi off his album. That one's crazy.
I like Emotionless too.
Yeah, Emotionless is good. That one's Emotionally Scarred. You mean right?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking. I was listening to Emotionless by Drake literally today.
Yeah.
But all right, boys. So, Kwame, I'm asking the number one Drake fan that I know, and I'm sure many people think the same.
Let's go.
When is Drake gonna release his fucking album, bro?
Yeah. So
when is it gonna happen?
Yeah, I got many opinions on this, but my guess is after the summer. I know for sure, like yeah, not 100% because I'm not Drake, but like I know for sure that he's waiting till all his artists drop. So Party Next Door dropped. DVSN Division, he goes by Division. He's dropping this week, and then Roy Woods will drop after him, and then Majid Jordan maybe he hasn't announced anything, but Majid I would think after that, and then Drake. So I'm thinking post summer after all his artists drop, he's dropping. That's what I think.
Mhm.
Okay, so you're thinking like September,
Yeah, like August, September,
August.
Yep.
October's very own, maybe.
Yeah, maybe OVOs.
The fact that like we're going through this stuff because it's delaying shit. Like shit's getting delayed because we're in this like situation right now. So
Damn, like Drake, bro. We need something, dog. I
No,
wish Drake was listening.
a lot of shit though. Like he's been dropping.
Yeah, at least you're right. At least he's dropping songs.
He's giving us like little fucking treats on the way. So
Kwam, you want to tell us about these rap battles that have been going on IG?
I do. So pretty much, it's been going on Instagram, and this is the thing that content creators have been doing in the music space. They're going through and they're battling people that they think are equal to them in their space. So the first one that I know that happened was Timbaland and Swiss Beats. They're both DJ like producers, and they went on live and they like battled each other, playing their catalogs and going against each other. Then the next one, which this is like, so people know Timbaland and Swizz Beatz, like, yeah, you could say, but it's not as personal as it is as Boy Wonder and Hit Boy. Boy Wonder is like Drake's personal producer, and then Hit Boy is like a huge producer today. And so they got into a battle on Instagram Live, and they're playing new unreleased Drake songs, both sides back and forth. It was amazing to watch. And so Tory Lanez and French Montana went against each other, and then T-Pain and Lil Jon. You guys wouldn't think like that like clicks like that, but they were playing like club bangers. Like they're both huge club people, like, in the club. Yeah. So my question to you guys was, who do you think the next battle would be? If any genre of music, if you wanted to see two artists that are very similar go on IG Live and play their catalogs and see who has the better catalog. Like you could think in your head who has the better catalog, but like once they go on that live and they like go and battle about it, it's a lot different. So like I was just wanted to know what you guys thought would be a good battle. Any genre.
Okay, so I got two good ones, I think. First, I want to see Lil Baby versus Roddy Ricch. I think that'd be a fire one.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Second, I think this one would be like super popular. Young Thug versus Gunna. Like there's already a lot of like talk between them.
I think Thug has way more than Gunna for that one.
All right, but a lot of people think Gunna's better.
I think Thug has so much more than Gunna.
I love Thug, dude.
Yeah, Thug has a way longer career to battle versus Gunna. His career is very short compared to Thug.
But like so Lil Baby Roddy, you would like?
Yeah, I like that one.
I like that one too.
What about you boys?
I was just gonna say Lil Baby and Duh Baby to see who the best baby was.
Oh, okay.
I like that.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
He doesn't know anything about
music.
I don't follow all the beef like you do, to be honest with you.
You don't have to say hip hop. You can say any genre that you like the most. Like, give me a battle of artists that are similar to each other that it would be tough to watch, and you would see something and you'd be like, "Wow, that was cool." Like, who won that?
Yo, I'm trying to see OAR versus Dave Matthews Band. That'd be
that would be fire. That would be fire.
Let's go.
Hey,
I got OAR winning that.
Dude, Eddie, you are so right. These kids are putting like 1980.
I don't fucking know. What the fuck do I know? I don't know history.
The Civil War, bro. What? That happened 20 years before you were born?
Yeah,
30
Kyle,
years.
Kyle, get in Kwami's 5 trivia questions.
Now you got to give us something for the battle. Give us one.
Bro, I don't fucking
He
know.
doesn't
I don't
even
really
know
know. I don't
who
follow
artists.
this shit
He's
like
beat.
that with all the
He's
beef
beat.
and stuff, dude.
You like at your best music that you like. Give me a battle of the 2 artists that is competitive.
Kenny, here, I'll give you one of them. A Boogie versus who?
The baby.
Okay. I mean,
You can't come up with something original. It's fine. It's fine,
Right.
Kwam.
I mean, you guys nailed every
It is what
solid
it is.
artist right now, but
Kwam,
ready
who do you
what
want to
got, Kwam?
I mean, so the one over Twitter that I saw was Drake versus Kanye, which would be fucking amazing. Like, especially because of the drama between them two. But just off catalog, they both. If you wanted to do just catalog and similar people, you could do Drake versus Jay-Z. But I think Drake needs more time because Jay-Z is like a veteran at this point. But Drake versus Kanye would be pretty similar at this point, and it'd be a little more fair than Drake versus Jay-Z.
Bro, Drake would slap Jay-Z. I'll be the first to say it. He would slap Jay-Z.
Younger people would say that, but like older people would be like older people would hate us if we said that off rip because you gotta
Yeah,
die.
you're on record for saying that, Chaz. You better watch
That's
yourself.
fine. Oh, I hope people read
catalogs
Drake
and
is
you
the GOAT.
gotta compare a song to a song. You can't just say it off your opinion of the artist. You have to judge one song to another song.
What about if they're on the same song? Who had the better verse on Light Up?
You can do that. You can do that.
You know the answer. Who had the better verse?
Yeah.
He brings up a great question.
I'm giving it Drake, but like, let's talk about like Pound Cake. Like, we can talk about Pound Cake because Jay-Z ripped that shit up.
Yeah, he did.
Ed, Drake's definitely got us, kid.
I don't know, man. Unspoken. Watch
If
out.
it was anybody else, I would have taken my own side.
Drake
Really
versus-
anybody.
I think Drake wins that, bro.
Ooh, okay.
Who knows?
Tell
That new album.
Come,
New
tell Drake.
Unspoken album.
Let's get it happening. Me and Keith versus Drake.
I'm with
Well, yeah. Speaking about the unspoken, my album. I
Let's
announced
go.
this earlier a couple podcasts ago.
Yeah.
It is dropping May 8th. That's the
Let's
date
go.
now.
Ooh.
I'm rolling with it. Less than a
date?
month, boys.
You got
Yeah,
a date?
I got a
Let's-
date. I still got some work to do, but I'm close. So
Let's go.
I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I know it's been too long, but I feel like my music has progressively gotten better. So it's like every time I make 10 songs that could have been on the album, it's like the ones before that aren't good enough to be on that same level. So it's just like, it always bothered me. That's why I've been taking so long. I've been making music the whole time. I got a whole vault full of shit, but
Let's go.
I'm ready. I'm excited. I hope you guys like it. We're going to bring up more info about it coming up. I'm going to bump that shit. I wish I could have a listening party. I know Alan asked me, he's like, dude, I wish you could have a listening party for this shit. Like, it'd be hype.
Well, Dan, give us a little snippet on air one time. Well, maybe a little live action.
If I can, I got to figure out how to play audio through this streaming site, and I will. And I'll break out a song. We could post one of my songs. I could drop like a single, and so people could listen. Like Kwam Smile. That's my favorite song I've ever made. I'm hyped for that shit. I'm hyped for that. So stay tuned. A lot more info coming soon, but May 8th, that's the date. Get hyped.
I'm so ready.
All right. Now I want to, oh yeah, right here. Gelato Part 2. Plugged in, the best song, still bumping. That's old school right there too. I love it.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think Family is my best song.
So Kwam, I'm stepping in here. I want to challenge your Drake knowledge.
Let's go.
So I tried to get the best questions I could. I think you're gonna get them all, but there's only one way to find out.
I don't want to look like an idiot, bro.
Do you guys want to answer these too?
Yeah, I'm gonna answer them.
All right, let's go. Get your papers ready, boys.
I'm done with
Am I
trivia for
ready
the
to
day.
stay on rip if I know? Like, I don't want to write.
What?
If I know it, can I just say it? Like, I don't want to write it.
No, you gotta put it up.
All right.
All right. First one. How tall is Drake?
I got this, bro.
That's easy, bro. That's easy. Think back. Think back on the songs.
I got this.
You know, you know what I'm talking about. All right, boys, ready? Kenny's looking at another screen, looking it up. Thank you.
Thank you,
I'm not
GG.
participating in this.
GG.
Oh,
I'm
you're
done
not
with
even
trivia.
playing?
Nah, I'm
You're
done
not
with
even
trivia.
playing?
I'm done with trivia for the day.
All right, boys, throw it up. What do you got? 6-1 minute. Need some leg room. Let's go. I love it.
1 for 1.
I love
Kwam.
it, Kwam. That's easy money right there. That's easy money.
Yes,
All
sir,
right.
yes, sir.
Okay. Question number 2. What did Drake's father do? And I'll give you a bonus point
I
if
got
you
it.
know
He's already
who
writing
he
that
did it
shit down.
for. I'll give you a bonus point if you know who he did it for.
What do you mean? What did he do? Like as a
What
living?
was his occupation? Yeah, like what was his job pretty much?
Oh fuck, man.
Not much of a job, but
Kwam's like, I got that shit
and
unlocked.
Kwam, I want the specific, kid. I don't want like just in
I said what he
general.
did. I said what he did.
Dean, I'll give you something in music. I'll give you that.
Okay.
Damn, I really wish Kenny was playing. I just want to see what you would put.
Dude, I had enough
Kenny
trivia
be
for
like-
the day.
Janitor. All right, boys, ready? 3, 2, 1. Throw them up. What has Dean got? Something
Michael
singer
Jackson.
with MJ.
R&B.
All right, Kwam, do you know for who he was the drummer for? Because you got that, but I'll give you a bonus point. He
I
was
don't
the
know.
drummer for Jerry Lee Lewis, and that he was a popular band back then.
Yeah.
All
I know
right.
he's a-
Bro, I don't know this shit. If there's gonna be questions like this, just ask Kwam because I don't know this fucking
I
shit.
got this.
It's 2 for
Yeah.
2.
Go.
I
do
knew
it, Kwam.
these. What sport did Drake play when he was younger? Dean, try this one.
I got
What
this,
sport
man.
did Drake play when he was younger? You could just say it after Kwam puts it up. If you
Yeah.
want.
You want me to put it?
All right, just say it, Kwam. Actually, no,
Hockey.
yeah, put it up. Yeah. All right. Hockey, baby.
Oh, well, that makes sense. I was gonna
Yeah.
say basketball, but I saw videos of Drake playing basketball and it doesn't
Okay,
look good.
This is an extra one. Kwame should definitely get this. What's the name of Drake's first mixtape?
Sooner. No, it's not sooner than later, is it?
No.
Come back.
I know this one.
Come back.
Don't look it up, kid.
I said comeback season.
Nope. Room for improvement. Bam.
Oh, fuck. I fucked that up.
Bam. Oh, we got him. Greg got him. Oh, jeez. Oh, damn.
Exposed.
All right.
That's one.
All right, next one. What role does Drake play in the Started from the Bottom music video? Does anybody know this?
He's working at a drugstore. He's like a
Yeah, facts. Drug Mart employee.
yeah.
The GOAT as a cashier. I love to see it.
Yeah.
All right, Kwame, you're 3 for 4. How old was Drake's parents when they got divorced?
5.
Or no, how old was Drake when his parents got divorced? Facts. That's correct. 4 for 5. Kwami Adadevoh. Now,
For Bobby's question, I'm drinking Maker's Mark and Pepsi.
classic. Surprised there's not Sprite in there. McDonald. I'm drinking Travelers Club and McDonald's Sprite. Jeez. Oh
Nah,
shit,
I-
Greg's,
Oh, look
Greg's
at Greg.
fire.
Yeah,
yeah, Greg's coming in with heavy questions. On July
Specific.
31st, 2009, while performing on an already injured knee, Drake fell on stage and had to undergo surgery on what part of his leg? Wow, I don't know that.
Yeah, give me a hint. Yeah, give me a hint.
Greg, give him a hint in the comments.
Give me like
That's a pretty
options.
good one, man. I don't even. Right, I didn't even hear about that.
I knew he was injured, but I don't know. Like, I'm not like a injury specialist. Like, I don't know what the injury was.
We should bring in our correspondent from Chicago to point out which parts of the leg are what. Remy. Oh, jeez. I don't know if we're getting any hints, boys.
Yeah, I don't think he's giving us to us.
All right. Well, since we don't know the answer for that, I got one more for you.
Okay.
Oh, right here. Oh, Jesus. Which one of these?
I'm guessing the middle one.
Which one is that?
If it works like that.
There's four he has four ligaments. He has four ligaments.
Each line one thing, or is there multiple?
I don't know.
The posterior cruciate ligament, or the anterior cruciate ligament, or the lateral collateral ligament, or the medial collateral ligament.
Okay, so I'm guessing it's lateral collateral ligament.
Ooh, Greg, is that a yes or is that a no? I don't. Yeah, that is way too hard. You might have guessed it right. I think the comments are like a little bit delayed.
30 seconds behind, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. All right, Kwam, I'll give you the last one in between.
Okay.
What is the name? This one was the hardest one I had. So, what is the name of Drake's character in Ice Age? So you got that last one wrong too, Kwam.
Do you have options or no?
I do have options. Ethan, Milton, Dylan, or Raz?
Ethan.
Bam. Okay. So including Greg's,
Greg stumped him.
He did. Including Greg's, you were 5 for 7. That's not bad. You got all mine right.
Let's go.
So I guess we do have a true Drake expert in the chat, boys, and I love to see it. So, to wrap up, thank you for everyone for coming in the comments. We had a good time. I know you guys had a good time. Thank you, Kwam, for coming on. We love you to death, kid. Got to see you more often.
I love the podcast. I love the podcast to death. I'll watch every episode.
Let's go. Gotta have you on more.
You guys are my boys.
Bam, Greg, you're exactly right. Bam. So we're going to have our next podcast next week. We were hoping to do the UFC thing like I told you guys before, but sadly we can't anymore. But we'll have more shit. We'll have more shit to talk about. Sorry if we sound redundant at sometimes, but there's no fucking sports on, and this is a sports podcast. So what else you expect from us? Maybe I right, boys?
Switch it up. Maybe we'll switch it up. Pick a different topic.
Yeah, we could talk about something else. Any idea? Hey, any ideas anybody has for podcast topics? Like,
let us know.
Whether it's to do with sports or anything else, please text me or Kenny or Vito or Kwam, and Kwam could text me. We're gonna have Kwam back on the podcast for sure. This is our boy. Love you to death. Closing statement, boys. Bones, closing statement.
Let's get through this shit. Let's get some sports back. Let's get the gambling going. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. Vito, closing statement.
Like this.
Put it back.
Kwam, closing statements, man.
Let's go, kid.
Oh, jeez. And for you boys that no handle, we out.
My boys.
Bam. That's it.